Well, hello there. I already see a few people in chat. That's wonderful. I see Xavier's in chat, Zool potentially in chat, Gruesome in chat. How you guys doing? Oh, what the fuck? Hello, Andy. Welcome aboard. It has been... God, how long has it actually been since I last did a live stream? Fuck. I already have to check. How long has it been? 2 fucking weeks ago. My god. It really has been too long, hasn't it? So, why do I have that? I'll just... I don't know, move this over to here, move this over to here. Gotta rearrange a lot of shit around on my fucking desktop today, don't I? Hello, Thog, how you doing? Doing quite well yourself. I am doing, pretty good so far. Congrats on 1.04k subs. Yeah, I am surprised at, like, just, how much I've been, growing over these, past few months. Like, suddenly I reached 1,000, and it just, for some reason, keeps going up. Honestly, I really don't know what else to say other than just, my god. Today, Thug will eat 3 quarters. Please don't fucking eat inedible objects, man. Must be doing something right, yeah. I hope to, like, get a better mic at some point, but that's probably gonna have to wait a little bit. Mainly because I, just don't have the time, or I don't know if I have the money for one yet, so it's gonna probably be at least, like, a month or 2 down the road before I potentially get an upgraded mic, but for now, this is what we're working with. Hey, what's up? What's up, TPG? How you doing? Haven't seen you around on these streams. How you doing, buddy? That's going to happen this stream. I'll be dead honest. I have no idea. Like, I have a few things lined up to kind of go over. Obviously, Azul released a new video, so maybe we'll cover that. Apparently, there's been, like, a few people that got fucking swatted recently for whatever fucking reason, because apparently that's a thing that's still fucking happening, so we're gonna cover some of that shit. Maybe we'll get into some gaming. Who the fuck knows? It's just gonna kind of just be a wild card stream, to be completely honest, because not even I know what I'm gonna do. See, an Xbox guy is trying to say Sony is about to go unders. Also, hello there, some kid. Yeah, the console wars shit is just kind of stupid at the end of the day, in my personal opinion. Let's turn the vaporwave up just a little bit. GTA voice actor Ned Luke got swatted during his GTA Online livestream. Yeah, that's one of the people. And I think also iShowSpeed also got fucking swatted, which, listen, as much shade as I could very easily throw iShowSpeed, what the fuck is wrong with people? Honestly, what the fuck is wrong with people? Alright, anyways, let us... Wow, I still had my mic muted. That is great. Okay, gotta move that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ugh. iShowSpeed was swatted in his new house. Oh, it was his new house as well? My god. Duolingo told me to save my streak, but then I fucking lost all my health. It still sent me a fucking email. You can always look at Herman Smith's soul too, if we're that bored. I mean, maybe. I haven't seen anything particularly interesting recently from him, so who knows if we're going to be covering any of that, but got a few things lined up. Let me, have to fucking... There we go. Or just, thank you, OBS, for making my job significantly more annoying. Same shit, different day with him. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Though sometimes he does, in fact, have a few unhinged rants that are worthy enough to be covered. But, let's see here. Alright, so, one of the... Okay, thank you, YouTube, for jump scaring me. That was very much appreciated. But, yes, we're gonna be covering this. I think Rich also made a video about the iShow speed thing as well. Wait, did he? Fuck, hang on. I actually have to double check this to make sure I'm not going completely schizo. Yep. Wait, swatted again? Wait, he got swatted fucking twice? What the hell? Review Tech USA. Okay, listen. Okay, it's the first thing that came across my fucking recommended about this entire situation, about these situations. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to dive into Review Tech USA and just gonna go over some of this stuff because why the hell not? I don't know if you've seen, but an alt account Floofer stole my profile picture. Yeah, I fucking saw that. We're gonna be going over that after we cover this. That Sony lawsuit, by the way, is total bullshit. Yeah, I'll have to watch that at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be on this stream, though. But, let's quickly get into this. GTA 5 voice actor swatted while streaming. I believe, we already saw the guy's name in the chat, did we? Another content creator, Luke Stevens, was swatted around 2 weeks ago, too. Why are people getting fucking swatted? And also, who the fuck is still doing swatting in 2020 fucking 3? I thought I would have thought that we would have learned from that one fucking incident from, like, what was it, 2017? When an innocent man got, like, gunned down because, like, 2 idiots were beefing in a Call of Duty lobby. I thought we would have learned from that, but apparently we still have idiots going around and, like, calling the fucking SWAT team on, like, random people they don't like. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Here's Luke's video. Okay, let's see here. 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get into that a little bit later. Why the fuck is my YouTube live chat? Thank you. This is why I don't do game, and this is why I don't game online or live stream. I mean, I guess fair enough. I mean, main reason why I don't really do that many online games is mainly because, well, a lot of online games nowadays just kind of suck. Destiny 2, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. But let's see here. What do we got? I haven't really caught myself up on all these swatting situations, so all of this information is going to be relatively new to me as to what the fuck was even going on, or what the catalyst of all this shit was, or what lunatic thought that this would be a funny prank. Dog shit, too. Facts right there. Ned Luke. That's the voice actor's name. God, I'm already experiencing early onset fucking dementia here live on stream. Insane! Nah, bro, I'm done. I'm done. Nah. Nah. Oh god. Those are some good ones. Those are some fucking bangers. All right.
Another swatting incident. They're becoming more frequent again, this time involving GTA 5 voice actor Ned Luke. Let's get into it. Skip it up and down.
Honestly, that fucking intro, just like, let's get into... That is just me at this point when it comes to stupid things happening. during these past few years. Just people doing the dumbest fucking shit imaginable, and it's just kind of like, well, same shit, different day, let's go. Don't mention dementia or else will locate you! Oh no, he's gonna withhold my money. Yeah. Apparently from what I've heard, Gerard also still has, like, close ties to, JonTron. And, I don't know if you guys know much about, like, JonTron or his history. Like, most of you probably know the guy is just, like, the funny, you know, meme gaming guy. But apparently the guy ended up going, down, like, the alt-right, rabbit hole with, like, express same-day shipping at some point, and, like, fucking lost his mind at some point. Now, I don't know if Gerard still has ties to, fucking, JonTron nowadays, but, yeah.
So Ned Luke, who voices the lead character in GTA 5, Michael DeSanta, was streaming on Thanksgiving. It's funny listening to it because he just, like, his natural voice.
Fuck's sake, it happened on Thanksgiving as well. As if it wasn't bad enough already that the guy ended up getting swatted. He got swatted on fucking Thanksgiving. It's like the equivalent of getting swatted on, like, Christmas or, like, your fucking birthday or something like that. Just like, surprise, I hope you're thankful for the AK in your face. The right-wing rabbit hole is never ending. Yeah, unfortunately true. There's way too many lunatics that are there, but hey, that's my content at this point, making fun of stupid people like that. Surprisingly enough, they end up getting looped together at some point, and I really don't know how to stop it. Recall JonTron facing Nazism and racism allegations. Yeah. I'll have to probably refresh myself on a lot of that information, because even I don't really know too much about what was going on, but there's a number of different, like, videos or live streams or shit like that that was going over some of that garbage. But, yeah, JonTron is a little bit yikes in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, his content is still relatively funny, but, like, eh. The guy is a little unhinged, from what I've heard.
Sounds exactly like Michael DeSanta, so, like, your brain messes with you seeing him live streaming. But here's a clip. Someone swatted him. I'm so tired of this. Take a look.
842 billion. Look at this guy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have never seen this man's face. I've never seen this voice actor's face before. This looks like the kindest man on planet Earth, and for some fucking reason someone was insane enough to swat this dude? Really? What do I even have to say about that one? Synthetic man is someone who is so deep in that rabbit hole he thinks he sees light. No, I think the rabbit hole that he is currently in is his own asshole. According to Ned, this is the 7th time the same people swatted his house. Jesus fucking Christ. Seven fucking times, man. Who has beef with this man to the point where they're willing to call the fucking SWAT team? 7 times on this guy. What did he fucking do? Did he, like, create Auschwitz 2.0 and that's why people are trying to gun him down? Like, what's going on here? People kept insinuating Rockstar was to blame for this? What? Why the fuck would Rockstar have anything to do with that? What? Why, yes, Rockstar decided to call the police, claim that there was a hostage situation at Ned's house, and wanted to get him shot dead. What logic does that make sense? All he was doing was playing GTA? Apparently, the biggest crime on planet Earth, playing fucking GTA. I don't get it. Stated the menu mods are revealing his IP address and location. None of that makes any sense.
Here you go. How about this guy? 1 trillion, 47 billion, 630 million, 139,639.
I don't know if you're joking about that one, PlayStation Gamer, or if you, like, really misphrased it. Please tell me that you misphrased that, because that is a little iffy there. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if some fucking, you know, rightoid probably saw him say, you know, hey, trans people are, you know, a valid thing and they should be just treated as human beings, and decided to just fucking call a SWAT team on someone like that. I see people like that as genuinely that insane. I'm sick and just waking up. Okay, fair enough.
Hello. There what? Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Alright, alright, I'll be out there. Alright, I gotta go. Now these assholes have swatted my house, so I've gotta go. Alright, have a good one.
Now, of course,
Okay, I'm sorry. I just find it funny just how casually he takes it. He's just like, alright, I gotta go. Some idiot swatted me again. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably, you know, already has, like, at least, like, some communication with, like, you know, the local authorities or something like that, and that's probably what the phone call was and whatnot. And, you know, that's pretty smart, you know, having at least some connections to authorities and whatnot, especially if you are apparently, you know, for some reason, public enemy #1 when it comes to when it comes to fucking swatting incidents for whatever reason. So I can at least imagine, hey, you know, I guess if swatting is going to become a regular instance, I might as well just call the police and say, hey, if you suddenly get a call that there's like a hostage situation at my house, it's probably just some lunatic online that for some reason has beef with me. Like, that would probably just be a smart idea. When's the next Faith stream? I have absolutely no idea. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Thankfully, he and his family are safe. That's good. Is getting swatted while streaming a trend at this point? I honestly have no idea. I genuinely hope it's not. I genuinely hope that we aren't dealing with another wave of idiots thinking that swatting is a funny prank. I mean, it's about as much of a prank as, like, well, 2016 YouTube pranks where people were literally just harassing people out in the fucking open. But, like, yeah. People are fucking insane.
people made up strange conspiracy theories, which the weirdest one is that people are blaming Rockstar for this.
Okay, I didn't think that Rich was actually going to get into that. Yeah. Who the fuck genuinely thinks that Rockstar is to blame for this? Who would think that? Rockstar of all fucking things. What the fuck sense does that even make? What the fuck sense does that even make? I'm sorry, I just have to say it right now. What would Rockstar have anything to do with sending a SWAT team his way? Fuck does that even mean, man?
Because what is Rockstar gonna do?
Speaking of which, Mizzy was sentenced to 18 weeks in prison. Oh, is that the lunatic that fucking swatted him? And also, 18 weeks in prison? Are you fucking serious? That's it? That's it. An attempted murder gets 18 weeks in fucking prison. Okay, yeah, this is the world that we live in. This is America. And this is apparently the world that we live in, where apparently swatting someone, in which there's a highly likelihood that someone could get fucking gunned down, apparently just only lands you basically a legal slap on the wrist. He's not the person who swatted Ned Luke. Oh, never mind. Well, even still, that's fucking stupid. British TikTok prankster who trespassed in people's homes. Ah, well, he's British. I don't care. British people are basically fucking subhuman at this point. Of course he would only get 18 weeks. It's fucking Britain. You really think they even care? Hell no. They care even less than they do over here in America for some reason. Okay, some British people are okay. If there are any British people in my audience, then you at least get somewhat of a pass, okay? Doesn't save you from still living in Britain.
We hire the Secret Service to make sure all of his personal info is hidden. Anyway, but this is what someone said on Twitter. Rockstar failing to hide people's IP addresses from modders could have resulted in one of the lead actors for GTA getting shot or killed. Rockstar should have solved this problem years ago.
Once again, the fuck kind of sense does that make any sense? That doesn't make any... Whatever.
This is completely unacceptable. Because, you know, swatting only happens to Rockstar voice actors and no one else. And a matter of fact, Ned Luke responded to this idiot. Y'all jump into some large-ass conclusions. This had nothing to do with Rockstar. These assholes leaked my private info years ago, which...
Yeah, there you go. Like, it's not just, like, Rockstar employees that are getting fucking swatted. It's just, like, random-ass people just getting swatted because, well, someone is insane enough to actually do something like that. Because he breached a court order where he wasn't authorized to post videos on his TikTok. Well, he's a TikTok prankster. Do you really expect him to have a fully functioning fucking brain? Actually, hang on, scratch that. He's a TikTok prankster that lives in Britain. Do you expect him to have a fully functioning brain? Please answer that honestly. This isn't the first time he violated a court order. Once again, are we surprised? I'm gonna have to look up this Mizzy shit that's going on here, because that actually sounds pretty interesting. Also, Mizzy has kids. I feel bad for those kids, man. To have a parental figure like that. Godspeed. That's all I gotta say.
Why? And have been doing this since. Anyone's info is available online, very true, if you're sick enough to really want to find it. And a lot of people are. I don't know what... I'm going to keep repeating it. Legislation needs to be put in place where they will be thrown under the jail if they swat. I don't... Like, 20 years minimum. If they find you guilty of swatting and they prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, 20 years to a quarter century in prison. That's it. That is...
You know, I can kind of agree with that one. I wouldn't exactly say... like... Swatting, yes, it can definitely lead to people getting killed. Once again, refer to what happened back in, like, 2017, 2018, whenever the fuck that was, okay? The fucking, you know, Call of Duty swatting incident, whatever the hell that was. Refer to that, as well as probably a number of other instances in which something like that has happened, okay? Like, at the very least, the people who end up getting caught swatting and are, in fact, charged with that kind of shit should at least get hit with, like, attempted murder charges, because that's basically kind of what it is at the end of the day. Like, they're going in, packing heat, because they are basically trained to deal with some of the most manic people that exist in the United States, okay? Like, they're expecting, like, you know, Pablo Escobar, like, 2.0, fucking Walter White carrying a fucking, like, minigun on his goddamn back, ready to, you know, go in guns fucking blazing, okay? They're expecting the worst of the worst to fucking happen. No shit, it's possible that someone is gonna get fucking killed, especially if, you know, we're dealing with, like, some of the SWAT team members that are trained fucking Pavlovian style that basically just shoot first and ask questions later. Look into him, watch Lonzo's video. Alright, I'll check that out.
Is the bare minimum, and then people will learn. Because this is attempted murder. How many more times do we need to happen? Someone already has been killed. And there hasn't been concrete laws put in place to stop this to a degree from happening. I always say this, no law stops all crimes. But if there is a more severe punishment, this won't happen. And I'm telling you, if this increases even more, we're going to have another Andrew Fitch, Tyler Barris tragedy, when Tyler Barris swatted the wrong...
That's what the incident was, Tyler Barris. I was trying to remember what the guy's name was. I can't remember. Was Tyler Barris, like, the idiot that initiated the swatting? Actually, yeah, it was. It was Tyler, I remember. Tyler fucking Barris. That was the guy who started the swatting. I don't remember who the unfortunate victim was, but... Dear God, sucks. But, let's just watch Aisha Speed, apparently. Aisha Speed getting fucking swatted like twice in a fucking row here. Which is absolutely insane.
Someone's gonna get hurt
okay,
again.
fuck off,
So,
YouTube.
Live streamer iShowSpeed was swatted. Again, 2 times in 1 week. Let's go. Skip it up and that up. So I didn't know this until recently. iShowSpeed bought a $10 million mansion.
good for Speed, I guess. A $10 million mansion. I mean, good for him, I guess, but like, my god. Out of all the things to drop money on, you decide to drop it on a mansion? Also, holy shit, I hope that fucking background noise isn't too fucking loud. Holy shit.
Hey man, whatever. Success is cool, not knocking him. But in this new home that he's in, he has been getting swatted, and he's been swatted 2 times in the past week. The first time he said that guns were drawn on him. I showed the video where you saw the cops walking around the house, checking door to door, and he's just been swatted again a couple days ago. So he was streaming on November 22nd, and he was doing that thing where you can match with people and their fans, and oh my god, your eyes showed.
I wonder how old the people who swat people are. Probably anywhere between, like, maybe 15 to maybe 17 years old. It'd be very sad if anyone older than 18 is still doing swatting thinking that it doesn't hurt people. It has to be like some fucking like lunatic teenagers going around, or people who genuinely lack basic brain function going around and swatting people. That's just my opinion though. I might be wrong on that.
Speed, you showed your meat one time. And he was chatting with people, and he removed his headset from his ears because he heard, again, a commotion. Gee, I wonder what that commotion could be. Speed then called his assistant, Slips, interesting name, and let users listen to the conversation he was having with the police outside. Now, I heard this conversation in Slips was saying, you guys, if you know what's going on, you don't have to show up here. No, by law they do. I've been swatted before as well. They can't, because if, God forbid, something is happening, even if you're known to be a streamer, they still have to show up to the house to make sure there actually isn't an incident, because you don't want the police to think that because say you're a streamer and you're calling, it can't be serious, and it is something serious. So by law, if there is a call, they have to check. Now, if you let your police department know that what you do, they'll be more cautious, they'll give you a phone call, but they'll still have to come do a search around your house. It won't be as dramatic, and you may not have guns drawn on you, but they still have to come do the search. They absolutely have to. I've checked into it myself. Now, Slips was on the phone with him, and this is what iShowSpeed said. I saw this again in the stream. Yo, what the is happening? He said, there's no way. I'm about to quit YouTube, bro. I can't do this anymore.
You know what? I wouldn't blame him. If I got swatted twice in a fucking week, I would probably just be like, man, I would probably want to drop off the face of the internet for a little bit. Especially if there are people insane enough to swat you twice in a fucking week. Like, that is just ridiculous, okay? Like, yes, swatting someone once, pretty fucking stupid. Very fucking stupid, actually. Twice in a week. That is actually just someone out for blood at that point. At that point, that is just someone actively trying to kill someone. Like, that is malicious intent, okay? First time, it is probably some really stupid idiot thinking that it's a hee-hoo funny ha-ha prank. Twice in a week, that is death. That is someone straight up trying to kill somebody, okay? There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it, and you cannot fucking, like, disagree with me on this. Like, that is someone trying to kill someone. If they're pulling shit like that, okay? And I'd like to see someone try to debate me on that, because you can't fucking refute this shit. Like, it makes sense.
You just bought a $10 million home. You better keep doing YouTube at least for a couple more years. Pay off that home first. Don't quit now. Please, unless you like foreclosure. But anyway, I'm making a joke, which I really shouldn't, but that's besides the point.
Luda Her covered this situation in his video. Jesus Christ, we have a lot of fucking videos to take a look at today. I don't know if we'll have the time, but whatever. Let's see here. But, yeah. Honestly, genuinely fucking sucks. Again, all the shade that I could very easily throw iShowSpeed's way, okay? All that aside, my god, okay. Speed is one determined motherfucker, especially if he's somehow willing to put up with being swatted twice in a fucking week. Like, that is insane, man. Like, genuinely fucking ridiculous. I still do not understand why people think that doing that shit is okay. But, let's see here. Apparently, I need to catch up on this Mizzy situation because I did not know too much about all this shit. Where is this? I don't know how... Aha, there it is. I'm surprised I missed that one. Referring to Ned Luke, didn't realize you were covering speed. Oh, never mind then. But, we'll probably cover that, I don't know. But, yeah, that fucking sucks. 5 months ago, whatever. It's good to be caught up on some random shit that's going on here. Let's see here. Let's learn about this Mizzy individual. That's a fucking stupid name, I'm just gonna be honest.
In the ever-changing world of online content creation, there are certain people who manage to grab the attention of millions, leaving a lasting impact on the digital...
My fucking god, that is way too fast. I forgot how fast Lonza speaks. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, that was an overload. I apologize for that. Okay, let's continue here.
digital realm. One such person is Mizzy, an 18-year-old prankster from the UK who gained fame through his many controversial pranks in May 2023. Mizzy's journey into the world of online pranks and his subsequent notoriety gives us a glimpse into the complex connections between social media and what is considered acceptable behavior in today's landscape. As we explore his history, we'll take a small look at how...
Okay, I'm sorry, I just have to ask, how in the fuck is this a prank? How is this a fucking prank? I'm just gonna grab onto the fucking bus and hopefully nothing bad's gonna happen. What is this prank called? The I'm going to get smacked in the forehead by a low-hanging bridge prank? The I'm gonna get decapitated by the bridge prank? What is this shit? I'm gonna get tangled up in the fucking stoplights prank? Like, like, fuck is this? At this point, like, the word prank just has no fucking meaning anymore. It's like the word social experiment. It just doesn't mean anything. And it just immediately lets you know that, like, 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna be someone fucking harassing people or just being a fucking moron.
How Mizzy and his brand of pranks has evolved. The impact of his actions
Those
on his
2012
audience and
execution
society,
video
and offering questions
pranks.
about the line between entertainment and borderline harassment. Shout out to the Patreon.
I wouldn't even say borderline harassment. A lot of these kinds of pranks, even the ones that for some ungodly reason are still being, like, enacted today, they're just straight up fucking harassment. I don't care if they're, like, paid actors or anything along those lines that are paid to react the way that they do. But, like, the ones where you can clearly tell that they aren't just paid actors and they're just, like, regular-ass people, that's just straight up fucking harassment, okay? That's just fucking stupid.
Our members as always. And if you'd like to support the channel yourself, you can do so by checking out the link below or in the corner. With that being said, let's get right into everything. Now Mizzy here is always getting caught shortly after doing his pranks due to his severe lack in protecting his identity online, but you can...
And also his severe lack of knowing how to fucking do anything. Okay, we're gonna skip over the sponsorship section. I'm sorry everybody, but I just can't be asked to listen to a sponsorship section, okay? Listen, I enjoy Lonza, love his fucking content, amazing guy as far as I'm aware of, haven't really communicated with him much. Speaking of extremely funny individuals following me on Twitter, of all people, I've already forgotten who the guy was. I forgore so much. I'm sorry. Who the fuck was he? I have to check this shit now. It's gonna fucking bug me for the rest of the goddamn week, I swear to God. Where is he? Fucking Novely, that was his name. Relatively small commentary channel, but, you know, his content is pretty good. I'd recommend watching him. Apparently he followed me on Twitter, which is funny. Higher dementia hasn't affected you as a person. True!
protect your identity online by using...
Fuck, I forgot.
Mizzy, whose real name is Bakari, traces his roots back to his childhood days, where his audacious and controversial nature began to start.
Mizzy stole an old woman's dog while she was casually sitting on the bench before returning it back. Asked some women at the train station if they want to, if they want to dye so he can show hair dye. What? That is like some of the most brain damaged shit I've ever heard of. Then again, it is TikTok, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but like, what the fuck? Fumble with controls on the train as passengers? What the fuck is that? My brother.
Born on October 20th, 2004 at Homerton University Hospital, he spent his childhood in the vibrant streets of London. Growing up, he experienced a dynamic environment, residing in different neighborhoods such as Stoke Newington, Dartford, and Hackney.
Okay, I'm sorry, why does every single building in the UK unironically look like my fucking, like, middle school, which looks like an actual prison? I'm sorry. I just have to say it right now. Every single building in the UK looks like it's a fucking prison cell. Get some fucking colors in there, my god.
While specific details about his upbringing remain scarce, it is known that Mizzy was raised in a Christian household primarily by his mother, with whom he shares a very close bond with. He also has 2 older half-sisters who more than likely influenced his early years growing up. As a young boy, Mizzy was known for his mischievousness, always seeking out new ways to entertain himself and others around him. From an early age, he had a keen interest in pushing boundaries and challenging societal norms as he grew up.
Okay, listen, there are different ways of challenging societal norms. One of them is not fucking with people. One of them is not going out of your way to harass people or fuck with public transport. There are ways that you can challenge societal norms by not being an asshole.
This inherent curiosity and attention-seeking behavior laid the foundation for his future internet endeavors. While his childhood experiences most likely shaped his personality of today, it was the emergence.
After his TikTok videos garnered a lot of traction, Piers Morgan and other interviewers invited Mizzy onto their shows to confront him. God. I feel like the moment that you end up becoming such a fucking well-known idiot that you end up on fucking talk shows, that would just be the moment that I would just want to quit my online presence. That would just be the moment that I would want to, you know, just... I would just want to throw myself off, because there's no recovering from that.
Emergence of social media platforms like Twitter and YouTube that provided him with a platform to express his unconventional creativity. With the rise of the social media platform TikTok in particular, a whole new generation of content creators was born, and Mizzy eagerly embraced this new digital landscape to finally make a name for himself in the world of online influencer entertainment. Mizzy quickly found out that the realm of the prank genre suited his interests the best, and allowed.
Oh my fucking god, prank invasion. Seeing this fucking douchebag immediately gave me flashbacks to 2017, man. Funnily enough, it was around 2017 in which, like, the YouTube pranksters pretty much died off and people ended up gaining a few additional brain cells and realized that, well, pranksters, especially the ones that are online, aren't really doing pranks or social experiments. They're just basically just harassing people. And they just kind of got really fucking sick of any of that garbage. So, yeah.
Allowed his unique style to flourish. Intrigued by the high potential to elicit shocked reactions, provoke emotions, and generate viral moments, he found his calling in the realm of TikTok pranking. Driven by a desire to stand out and gain recognition, he began pushing the boundaries of traditional pranks, incorporating elements of shock value, unpredictability, and even downright illegal activity into his videos. What started off as simple yet shocking pranks like throwing milk around in the grocery store quickly turned into...
Listen, Lanza, you know, once again, you're an amazing content creator, but calling, making a mess in a fucking, Publix as a prank is just... I'm sorry, that's not a prank. That's being a public nuisance. Throwing milk around or making a fucking mess in your local grocery store is not, you know, a simple, harmless prank. That's called, pissing off the janitor so much that he probably broke his 13th broom that week.
...into him stealing random people's pets and hoping he would get the attention he so desperately craved.
Ah, well, there's the...
His prank videos start...
Wait, what the fuck? Hang on, what?
...get the attention he so desperately craved. His...
Why do I feel like I've heard that whole lot of gang shit thing before? It sounds familiar. I would consider that more of a prank than the many crimes he's committed. I mean, true, but like, whatever. I'm sorry, but like, that line, whole lot of gang shit, I feel like I fucking heard it from somewhere. Was there another, like, stupid TikTok prankster who had that as, like, his fucking tagline, where he was just straight up committing crimes and calling it a prank? God, I can't fucking remember. But I feel like I fucking heard that shit before.
His prank video started off as expected, with Mizzy taking things further and further as he got the attention he wanted from people online. The video that made him a viral figure was when he walked right into some random person's house, much to the shock of those watching.
You know, I'm just gonna be completely honest. He is lucky that he decided to do this in the UK and not in the US, because if he were to have done this in the US, and I'm not condoning this, mind you, but like if he were to do this in the US, especially around like the South where I am, he would have experienced a magic trick called the general area where his heart is suddenly scattered across the street behind him. And the magic trick would be him wondering what just happened before collapsing to the ground. Isn't one dude who dressed up as a clown scaring older gentlemen into shooting him? I mean, again, I'm not condoning, like, just outright shooting people in retaliation to, like, someone doing something really fucking dumb. And I find that kind of action to just be, well, it is, yeah, it's pretty reactionary, and it's probably just more of a gut instinct more than anything, and there's really no controlling that. I will, in fact, have to follow that up with, what the fuck were you expecting? He was hospitalized and survived? Oh well. I mean, hopefully he learned his fucking lesson. That's all I gotta say.
James?
Many people had their things to say about the man, ranging from comments expressing their shock at the sheer audacity he had to do such a thing, whereas others called him a nuisance and possible danger to both him and the people around him. This
He'd become Swiss cheese quickly. Yeah, to put it very simply, yeah. Best case scenario is he probably wouldn't feel anything.
divide in reactions was unexpected to a lot of people, as while normally prank channels get away with a lot of shady and messed up things, Mizzy was at the point where he wasn't even pranking.
Well, I mean, the main reason why a lot of those other really shitty YouTube pranksters are able to get away with, you know, pranks that are considered, like, borderline fucking harassment is mainly because a lot of the people that they were pranking were just, like, paid off. Like, they were just people that were paid off and just given money. They were more just, like, paid actors at the end of the day, and that's how they were getting away with it. Like, the moment that you just start straight up harassing just random people that you didn't even, like, pay off to be in your fucking videos, yeah, that's the point in which, yeah, you kind of need to be called out, in my personal opinion. I mean, yeah, sure, faking your harassment pranks still isn't very good, as it ends up causing a lot of really low IQ individuals to go out of their way and try and emulate the same thing, not realizing that it's all staged. And obviously that shit would still need to be called out. But, like, yeah, there's a bit of a difference. Why is it sexual harassment towards women? This is Sam Pepper all over again. Once again, you just gave me flashbacks to 2016 and 2017, man. My god.
People anymore, but just rather being a blight to those around him, hiding under the guise of his actions being a prank in order to avoid responsibility. This newfound viral fame is what got most people to learn about Mizzy, as he was only known throughout small sides of TikTok until then. He clearly had a talent in getting people's attention, and so after seeing the best way to do it was by doing outlandish and borderline illegal things, he decided to take—
Stay tuned for Mizzy's next prank, which is reenacting the Unabomber tragedy. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mizzy. Today I'm going to be recreating the Unabomber's explosives and sending them across the UK.
take things to the next level. If you thought walking into random people's homes for internet clout was bad, the next few ideas he had lined up surpassed that and then some. Mizzy would start to unleash his pranks around London, and that included the aforementioned clip of him straight up stealing someone's dog, an act that evoked mass outrage and garnered widespread condemnation. If it wasn't obvious enough, he has a lack of care for his actions so long as he gets more famous on the internet and doesn't face any consequences in real life.
Man, I'm pretty sure we all know idiots that are like that. They'll just do random shit regardless of just how bad it is, just because they think it'll make them popular. People like that fucking suck, I just have to say.
And this callous and thoughtless attitude left many who were on his side at first questioning the moral compass behind him and what he considers pranks. After all, if someone is willing to steal someone's dog for internet clout, who knows what else they could do. Amidst the public outcry, Mizzy found himself starting to face legal ramifications. Remarkably, he was arrested not once but twice on suspicion of breaching a recently issued court order to nobody's surprise. The court had imposed a criminal behavior.
I remember another prankster named Trey Sellers, or What's Up Trey, got his channel terminated. He's also outed for predatory behavior towards multiple underage girls. I'm pretty sure he tried to hide that under a prank. Today I'm gonna be sexting a 16-year-old! Welcome to the sexting a 16-year-old prank gone wrong! God, prank channels and just pranksters in general, you just can't trust any of them. They're fucking insane. Regardless of whether or not they fake them, they are all just scumbags in various different ways. They all suck.
Behavior order on Mizzy, finding him
It's just a
over
wank, bro.
his home invasion prank and imposing various restrictions on his social media activities from then onwards. These restrictions included refraining from posting videos without the consent of all the people involved, abstaining from trespassing on private property, and avoiding specific locations such as the Westfield Shopping Center in Stratford. Despite all the controversy surrounding his pranks, Mizzy's videos continue to gain momentum, attracting both fervent supporters and vehement critics. The shocking nature of his content had this unique allure to it, with some people thinking he was cool and others thinking he was a nuisance to society, with both.
Honestly, I would just be watching it to see which prank will land him into serious injury at that point. Especially with shit like this. Like, if you're doing shit like this and calling it a prank, like, if you end up getting seriously injured, at that point I just have no fucking sympathy for you. Like, if you're just gonna be a fucking moron, then I'm sorry, you just don't get any kind of sympathy from me. If you get fucking hurt, sorry, that's a you problem. That's a skill issue. I'm sorry. Should've just dodged.
Parties watching closely to see how far he's willing to take it. The virality based on these factors is what helped him stay in people's minds. Because if there's one thing all parties can agree on, he was certainly doing something right when it came to gaining attention, he was just doing it in ways one can consider rather extreme in nature. The controversial success of Mizzy's pranks caught the attention of media outlets who were eager to delve into the motivations behind his provocative content and get some easy views and money from the attention it would bring. Mizzy
He leapfrogged off the top of an Orthodox Jewish Muslim person's head and apparently got into a fight with them. Jesus Christ.
became a highly sought-after guest, appearing in multiple interviews where he faced intense scrutiny and scathing criticism. One particularly memorable interview took place on the show Piers Morgan Uncensored, where journalist Piers Morgan engaged Mizzy in a highly confrontational conversation on May 24, 2023. Morgan openly labeled Mizzy an idiot and probed into his upbringing on his behavior in a very confrontational and straightforward way one normally doesn't see on public television. The interview shed light on Mizzy's perspective as well, with him attributing the negative media attention he received.
Andrew and Tristan Tate also contacted Mizzy. I mean, once again, are we really that surprised? Are we really surprised that the Taint brothers are willing to just get into contact with someone just as fucking stupid as them? That's probably just to you know, get a bit of a token, to be completely honest, because I mean, let's face it, just look at Andrew and Tristan Tate. They're about as white as fucking mayonnaise. So there you go. He tried baiting IShowSpeed into a boxing match. Fuck's sake. It just keeps on going downhill, doesn't it?
To racial bias and expressing some remorse for his actions, stating that he did apologize to the people he affected off camera later on.
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you didn't know anything about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black. Because I guarantee
because you're black.
Person, yeah.
For fuck's sake. The kinds of people who immediately whip out the fucking race card whenever they're receiving any level of criticism for shit that they decide to pull off. They are the most insufferable kinds of people. I'm just saying it right now. Like, the kinds of people who pull the fucking, like, race card or, like, whatever. Sorry, Andy just sent me some cool shit of one of my characters. Hang on. Where is V1 approved? Where is it? Oh my god, I'm gonna throw myself off a fucking cliff if I can't find... There it is. There we go. Dude blames the UK laws for being weak as justification for his actions. Yeah, and so are the laws in the fucking US, but you don't see me going around grabbing the nearest fucking 12 gauge and like shooting up a Walmart and calling it a prank, do you? Like, I mean, come on. Oh, the laws are weak! That's not an excuse to be a fucking moron. Because I'm black, isn't it? Sir, you drove your car into children at school! Calling your car bullying! Your Honor, Turbo Killer by Carpenter Brut was playing, so I'm absolved of any and all crimes. Plus, it was a prank. God. There we go. You know, it isn't weak, this fist going right into your face. Oh, God.
Yeah, I guarantee if
I don't give a damn about your skin
Oh,
colour.
Really?
No.
Who cares?
Why would I
Who cares?
care what colour your skin is? I just think you're an idiot.
Hey, what's up, Val? We're mainly just covering various topics that are just being brought to my attention. Right now, I'm getting caught up on some really stupid TikTok prankster by the name of Mizzy. And not only is this person a TikTok prankster, but they're a TikTok prankster that lives in the UK, so we're dealing with some exquisite levels of brain damage. Sure, my defense is that Freebird was playing! Right here, Call Me playing in the background? Well, I mean, on my end, not anymore. Closing Time is playing right now, but yeah, that was playing. And apparently we just got done, you know, with him apparently pulling out the fucking race card in response to someone saying, "Sir, you're a fucking moron."
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot.
I also think you're an idiot for playing the race car when no one's mentioned your
Really?
skin colour.
Really? Okay, you don't have to mention it to...
I don't care about your skin colour, Mizzy.
I realised that at that moment, and that's why I went to apologise the next day. After it's all blew up out of proportion, and I felt like bad, personally.
I don't think you...
Yeah, sure he felt bad. That's why he apparently decided to fucking do it at all. You know what's a great way to, you know, not be brought onto a talk show and be publicly called a fucking moron? Don't break into people's houses. There you go. There's Sanity's life hack of the day. Don't break into people's houses. Matter of fact, just don't break any laws at all, and you'll be fine.
You felt bad.
Okay, well, you
I
can
think
say
you
that.
felt
You
bad.
can say that. I'm
I think
telling
you felt bad.
No, see, you're interrupting me. Why are you interrupting me? I'm talking. I'm talking.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm talking.
Carry on being an idiot.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we are siding
Mizzy.
in districts every time.
While some interviewers challenged his actions and sought to hold him accountable, others marveled at his entrepreneurial spirit and uncanny ability to capture media attention. Former politician and journalist
I'm gonna break into your house, Sanity. Good luck. The ferrets are on standby.
Patrick O'Flynn lauded his talent for leveraging controversy to cultivate a growing fan base, highlighting his adeptness at capturing attention in an oversaturated digital landscape. Leveraging controversy to grow a fan base is indeed impressive, but what matters more is turning that virality into a long-lasting career, something that not a lot of people are able to do. Knowing that he was now
Of course, he was one of those idiots that was just fucking with people in a McDonald's. Listen, I don't know how well people are paid in UK McDonald's, but I do know that when it comes to the US, people who work in fast food are paid basically dog shit.
On that position, Mizzy would start to plan his way into staying in the media for the long term and breaking his way into the online content creator sphere. However, this would prove to be much harder than he thought, as all his pranks are now being cast in a negative light in order to thwart his attempts at long-lasting internet fame. This included a prank of him threatening to beat up a Jewish person.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry, that's not just threatening, that was just straight up assault. That was just straight up fucking assault. That was just straight up, like, you just threw your balls right at the back of that dude's head. Fuck is wrong with people?
Going to a library and ripping up a book in front of the worker at the table, and him and his friends going to a random woman in the middle of the night and scaring her by asking if she wants to die.
And on today's list of things to not fucking do, this!
I like your hair still. You got some nice hair. It's nice and luscious. I'm perfectly fine. Would you wanna die?
Mizzy would then take things a step further by hijacking a train on May 28, 2023, with the passengers running out in fear as he and his friends raid the driver's cabin and start to play around with the controls.
Oh yeah, this is the guy that broke into the control part of a subway or something. Genuine question, who finds this amusing? Probably people with the same amount of intelligence as him, which is basically, below zero.
This notably took place only 4 days after his Piers Morgan interview, making that statement of
I'm sorry, all that shit was within 4 fucking days of being publicly called a moron by this dude? Jesus Christ.
regret feel more like him trying to feign accountability for his actions and lying to the viewers to gain sympathy. In recent times, Mizzy has shifted his focus from pranks to a new venture into the online influencer boxing sphere, challenging iShowSpeed to a boxing match. It's very obvious this is just an attempt at leveraging his newfound fame some more.
Listen, I'm sorry, once again, I could throw shade at iShowSpeed all fucking day, okay? But I'm just gonna have to be honest. iShowSpeed would wipe the floor with this fucking idiot. Just full stop, okay? iShowSpeed would wipe the floor with this fucking idiot. This fucking twig right here.
As everyone wants the man of the hour on their platforms right now to capitalize on the situation and make some very easy money in doing so. As expected, this endeavor has garnered mixed reactions, as it's obvious to see he's doing whatever he can to stay relevant now that people are starting to lose interest in him and his so-called pranks that he posts. He was even in contact with the Tate brothers at one point too, yet it seems he managed to squander that opportunity to build a proper audience for himself on that side of the internet.
I mean, listen, okay? Mizzy might be stupid, but at least he hasn't lost so many brain cells to the point where he would be willing to throw himself into the arms of the Taint brothers. At least he's not that stupid. He's stupid, but he's not that stupid. So that's at least one positive thing about him. But, yeah, it doesn't exactly discount the fact that he's committed several fucking crimes. He's dumb, but he ain't stupid. Yeah, pretty much.
While he still may have his small little loyal following, the general sentiment towards him has turned overwhelmingly negative.
Andy, please, for the love of God, eat.
Pushing pranks has left a lasting impact on his public image, and now that people are seeing he's just another clout chaser, not a lot of people want anything to do with him. When big names aren't even willing to bring you onto their podcasts anymore, you know a lot of people really don't think he's worth their time anymore. Mizzy is not a very unique or even an interesting person at the end of the day. He's just like any other random dude that goes viral on the internet, only he's managed to stay around a lot longer than most people due to...
Oh yeah, this is probably one thing I should probably mention, especially considering the title of this particular chapter, Fading into Irrelevancy. Probably the biggest problem when it comes to... If you're going to be someone who is this unbelievably fucking brain damaged to the point where you're going to start committing crimes in order to gain clout, people are going to catch on very quickly, and the luster of committing crimes for shock value is going to very quickly die off. And people are just going to get really fucking sick of you. Like, you'll have your 15 minutes of fame, don't get me wrong. But that's all you're going to get.
Due to just how crazy his behavior is. Add the fact a bunch of major news sources are jumping on the story for easy money and spreading them around further in the process, and you have yourself a kid who shouldn't have lasted this long in the mainstream internet, yet here we are today. He's tried to leverage his fame some more, but it's clear it's starting to wane away as most people don't find what he does funny or even interesting, but annoying at best and degenerate at worst. I went into this video expecting a deep, long, and interesting story containing many twists and turns, but truth be told, there's really not. Mizzy is just a loser, to put it bluntly. Nobody.
I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. This is just a fucking loser at the end of the day. You got him. You fucking got him. What are these fucking notifications? What the fuck? Alright, let's see here. These fucking notifications. Let's see here. What do we, let's see here. I did say that I was going to be getting into this. Now, I'll be dead honest. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who Luke Stevens is. I'm gonna need some context as to who this man is. What have we learned today from Mizzy? Well, we've learned to, not commit crimes. Also, the music that's playing is a synthwave remix of the Shoreline Threat theme. My XLL has more signs of intelligence and self-awareness in comparison to Mizzy. True! Now, I don't know who this Luke Stevens guy is. I've never heard of this man before. But, apparently he also got swatted, how long ago? 11 days ago, so pretty much, sometime within, like, the past couple weeks. So we're gonna hear this guy out. We're gonna see what we got here. Yeah.
Okay, we're recording. I'm not gonna do any editing on this video because reasons. It's been a long day. But as the title states, I was swatted today while we were streaming over on Luke Stevens Live on YouTube and on Twitch. And I wasn't going to make this video. We weren't going to talk about it. I was going to ignore it, pretend like it didn't happen, and just move on. But apparently it's already gotten out. People are talking.
Horror brought attention to Luke's swatting in his video covering Ned Luke. There's so many fucking Lukes. Why is everybody named Luke getting fucking swatted? God.
I've gotten emails and DMs and stuff asking me if I'm okay, which is very, very sweet, but I don't know how word got out unless the person doing it was spreading it. But regardless, the word's out, the cat's out of...
At least his imprisonment mate, Luke. Let's be honest here, who the fuck even cares about that guy anymore? Just a robot's name is Luke. Goddamn. Alright, you know what? I'll take a look at that. I didn't want that. I wanted to go to Mudahar's actual fucking channel. My god. I'm assuming it's this. So what do we got here?
Guys and gals, me Mudahar, and I'm a firm believer that if you SWAT people, you know, you basically lie to law enforcement and get a SWAT.
Blocked my message again. God damn it. YouTube auto moderation at its finest, I guess.
Team pulled up to somebody's house. you should be charged for attempted murder and serve a minimum sentence of 10 years, okay?
You know, that's a pretty solid take, although I kind of agree more with Rich's take of at least 20. But, I guess 10 works as well, as long as they're getting locked away and they potentially learn something, you know, from that entire endeavor. Then yeah, it should work. Although considering the United States prison system, you know what, that's a rant for another fucking day. I need a guy named Clay to get swatted. I think I know which Clay you're talking about. Let's not make threats like that. As much as I agree with, let's for the sake of YouTube machines that could be watching this, I mean in Minecraft, I mean in Roblox, you know, I mean in Elden Ring, you know.
Now, I know there's some people watching who are like, but Muda, that seems like it's a pretty heavy punishment. And for those...
Anyone who actually uses that argument of, oh, that seems a little bit too harsh, you know, 10 years for, you know, calling the fucking cops and saying that there's a hostage situation. Once again, I refer you back to the Tyler Barris incident that fucking happened in 2017. Where a man actually got fucking shot dead. So yeah, I don't think it's a very, I think we should probably be a little bit harsher on people who fucking think that swatting people is a funny idea. Should be much harsher on people like that. Because it's not funny. It can kill people. It has killed somebody in the past, funnily enough. And anybody who tries to deny it is just very, very fucking stupid or willfully ignorant. Also, hello there, Road Breach. Welcome aboard. Didn't someone swat an old man and he died of a heart attack from the shock? I feel like I've heard a story like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is true.
Those people, I would like to tell you to grow up. Ladies and gentlemen, swatting, for those of you who have no idea what this is, has basically been a thing that's been going on pretty much as long as internet culture has been around. Basically, you find somebody popular on the internet, you find out that they're live streaming, and by chance...
Yeah, I saw. Don't worry.
I guess, their private address is leaked out into the world. All you effectively have to do is call up a number. Again, I'm not trying to make this a guide, a Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide of how to SWAT people, but generally...
Classified guide on how to SWAT people. God damn. Cool Twitter handle, and wouldn't give it to someone, so they swatted him. Oh my... Out of all the reasons to even think about pulling something like that on someone, a fucking Twitter handle, really? Some people these days.
Early, people will spoof their numbers, their location, maybe they'll sit behind a VPN, a burner Skype account, and basically pay to call local law enforcement and tell them that there could be a multitude of scary things, okay? Like a bomb threat, you know, an active shooter, or
Yeah, you know, events in which, you know, the people that would be called in to investigate something like that would be, again, packing some serious fucking heat. Again, someone fucking died! Well, technically 2 people, to my knowledge, have died in swatting incidents. Why do people keep fucking thinking that this is a funny thing to do? Like, some people, man, they just completely elude me in terms of just how fucking stupid people can genuinely be. God.
right, you know, something crazy like that. So usually when you call a 911 dispatcher and you mention that stuff, it doesn't matter if you have the most jokey attitude or whatnot. To the police dispatcher, they're just going to tell the cops, yeah, there's a fucked up
good,
shooter,
Andy.
and there's a bomb threat or a hostage crisis is happening. So that moment in time, they don't send Bill and Ted the cops over. They send a goddamn SWAT team, ladies
Bill
and
and
gentlemen.
Ted the cops.
SWAT agents are kind of like counter-terrorist units. Like, they're not joking around. They're full.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mudahar, but the fucking CS:GO comparison. The fucking CS:GO comparison, I'm sorry. I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from, right? I get, you know, he's trying to explain how this shit works, but like, God. Recently had an incident over here in NZ where bomb threats were sent to schools and hospitals. What the fuck? Had the same thing in Latvia? Jesus fucking Christ. The entire world's going fucking insane, apparently. My God.
Fully armed to the teeth, submachine guns, full armor. They raid your goddamn house, and they are trained to shoot at actual armed targets, right? So usually you could imagine if some civilian gets caught up in the middle of it, you know...
Some Russian terrorists, from what I've heard. Fucking course they're Russian.
Especially like a goddamn gamer who might happen to have some, you know, I don't know, controller in their hand while the cops break through their door. And these people are trained within like a fraction of a second. If they see something's up, bullets whiz and you're dead. So yeah, this actually is very dangerous. And to the people who wonder, oh, it's just a harmless prank, again...
Harmless my fucking left testicle! I would be very surprised if there are still people in 2023 saying that swatting is a harmless prank. Especially considering that, once again, IShowSpeed was swatted twice in a week. Twice in 1 week. Again, one time is some fucking moron thinking that it's a harmless little prank. Twice within the span of a week, mind you. That is someone actively trying to kill somebody at that fucking point.
Grow up? So again, why am I talking about this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, a stream that I was watching, that I was looking into, where a certain actor known as Ned Luke, you might know him from GTA 5, right?
Also sent threats to places of worship.
He's...
Ay, ay, ay. It's just like, and you get a bomb threat, and you get a bomb threat, and you get a bomb threat. Nobody is safe! Say the UK is bad when shit like this happens daily in the US, then again, living here is less than ideal. Listen, I'm not saying that, like, the UK is worse than the US by any fucking means. I'm just simply saying that the UK and the US are basically just, like, in similar boats, just with different accents. Is there a synthwave farmer race threat theme? Not yet, as far as I've seen. So far, at least the two that I have, the guy who made the synthwave shoreline one, and the one that's playing right now, which is Chimney Canopy. So far, those are the only two things that he's uploaded. I'll have to check his channel and see if he's made anything new, but as far as I know, those are the only two that I know of. Also, what's up, North? How you doing? My mentor, Logan Paul, taught me that people hanging by their neck in Japanese forests are a prank. Mizzy taught me to break the law by trespass. Jesus Christ.
He's just streaming GTA la-di-da-di-do on Thanksgiving, and lo and behold, SWAT team show up to his house. Watch this.
Look at this guy. Here's even.
Okay, we've seen this clip already.
1 trillion. These assholes have swatted my house, so I've got to go. Alright, have a good one.
Now, thankfully, Ned, being the intelligent person that he is, most likely called law enforcement ahead of time, and I assume he did what I do and everyone else does. He just told them...
North reacted to this stream on his... I just had a stroke. North reacted to this video on his stream. There we go. Those are words. God. Also, yeah, I know. I didn't see too much of it, though, because I wanted this to at least be as fresh as possible. I had to deal with a burner account had to deal with a burner account in my last live stream. Dear God. That sounded fun.
That there could be a chance that some unhinged fuck might call you and tell you that there's a threat at this specific address, and usually what appears to happen in that situation is you get called, but if you don't pick up that call, from my understanding, they will SWAT your house. Because again, that call pretty much just exists for you to, like, basically, you know, pick up and tell them, yeah, there's nothing crazy going on, you've been trolled by the internet. So again, in this situation, they send a fully armed unit to your place. They waste the taxpayer money, they waste time, they waste the resources that could have actually gone to a real threat, and basically decide to put somebody's life in extreme danger. Now, you might be wondering, whoa, Muda, it's still, again, I'm really trying to, like, talk to the individuals that, like, think this is a joke. I know most people, I would assume 99.9% of the people watching this video know the actual severity of such an actual crime.
Listen, Mudahar, you would be surprised just how many fucking stupid people exist in the world. You'd be very fucking surprised. You know what, I would have that same amount of hope too, that like most of the people that are currently watching me right now at least understand that, you know, swatting is... It's not a funny hee-hoo-ha-ha prank, it's not something funny. It's something that could literally fucking get people killed. And it has gotten people killed. Common sense is remarkably uncommon. Yep, pretty much. Unfortunately, the world does lack quite a bit of actual common fucking sense nowadays. And it's genuinely horrifying. It's just a goof, Your Honor. Listen, Your Honor. It was a prank, okay? 10 years.
But for the few people that don't know, sometimes these situations can actually lead to somebody dying. For instance, back in 2019, there was a Californian...
It was 2019 that it happened? I thought it was 2017. Oh my god. You guys have no fucking clue just how old I feel right now. Val, calm the fuck down.
dumbass who got sentenced to 20 years in prison for joking about a 911 call about a hostage situation in Kansas, where the cops, like I told you at the beginning of this, broke into a house, shot the person, and then found out later, uh-oh, this was a...
Okay, I'm gonna have to correct him on this one, because what I remember is the SWAT team didn't break into the house. They were outside of the house. The guy was just stepping outside. Okay? The guy, the complete fucking random third-party guy who got swatted, right? He was just stepping outside. And I think, like, the SWAT team thought that he was pulling something out of his pocket, and without a moment's hesitation immediately shot him with hot lead. They didn't break into the house, they were outside, and they shot the guy. It still doesn't change the fact that someone was fucking killed, but I just feel like I needed to correct that. They didn't break into the house yet, okay? The guy was just stepping outside because he was hearing a whole bunch of shit, saw some bright lights, and unfortunately lost his fucking life.
a false report. There wasn't ever a hostage situation. Now, you might have seen me play games like SWAT 4 on my channel, but there's an even newer game, Ready or Not. I've made videos on it, and it's pretty much like a SWAT simulator, and it gives you like a brief glimpse of the decision-making that it takes an agent to do. Even in a video game simulation, you have to deal with civilians who you don't know from a distance pose a threat or not, and you literally have, no joke, half a second to respond to somebody brandishing a firearm and opening it up on you. So again, the point is, every single agent involved in a swatting is like terminally on edge, as they should be. They're goddamn counter-terror SWAT team members, right? Even armed cops who don't understand, who walk into a situation thinking, yeah, this is a shooter situation, this is some serious stuff. Yeah, again, accidents like this happen and people tend to die.
And the fact that for some reason there's still idiots doing it in 2023 is kind of scary in my opinion. Because it just goes to show that there are just some people out there that just didn't fucking learn anything. It's a terrifying thought that at any given moment some anonymous asshole could just order SWAT team on you. It genuinely is, yeah. Much like he who shall not be named. Yeah.
So again, in this situation, an individual here will agree to serve 20 to 25 years in a federal prison as part of a plea agreement. Dog, when you're pleading and getting 20 to 25, you know the deal is stacked against you, and the entire state wants to make an example for you that'll be written in textbooks for decades to come. So they even mention in this that the false report was called because two gamers, Casey Viner, 18, and Shane Gaskill, 25, authorities said, Viner asked Barris to make the call as an act of retaliation after a game of Call of Duty ended badly.
Yeah. That fucking swatting incident is probably the most sad because not only did a dude die because of it, but a guy died because someone couldn't handle losing in Call of fucking Duty.
Barris then taunted Gaskill in Twitter direct messages before Gaskill challenged the California man to swat him. So again, over a game of Call of Duty. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't necessarily the last time a swatting is going to happen, nor was it the first time. But it's still such a shame that this...
Reminds me of the hacker who killed Titanfall in a way. I mean, that sounds like an interesting story. I'll probably take a look at that off stream, to be completely honest. This is already a few things that I almost forgot that I was going to be covering on this stream, but now I'm remembering.
Heinous crime is still so easy to actually perform in reality that there really doesn't seem to be a fix against it. The people that actually get caught by this are the people dumb enough to talk about it on Twitter, to literally use like cell phone spoofing services where they've actually attached their financial records to as buying credit to make calls to law enforcement agencies. Those are the only people that get caught just because...
Did you react to Luke Stevens' video? No, I didn't react to the full thing yet, no.
Because they're so actually dumb in this situation. Unfortunately, with VPNs and how we basically like have multiple different countries where like if you get swatted from somebody in like Russia, all right, there's no way they're ever going to enforce that law, period. And it happens from time to time. You have literal individuals from other parts of the world making calls to local law enforcement and getting them to do stuff. The only thing that could even exacerbate this issue is if instead of calling, we somehow had a web form to call in law enforcement. That would be goddamn pandemonium. I'm pretty sure at this point, a lot of law enforcement agencies literally will pull up to a house.
Luke Stevens. Yeah, apparently he's another guy who unfortunately got fucking swatted. Hang on. I know I still have the video in the history, don't I? Where the fuck is it? Am I just stupid? Yes, here it is.
It's out of the bag.
Let's just move on to that. But yeah, basically, swatting fucking sucks. Before we get into the rest of this, hang on, let me quickly, grab a drink. Have a bowl, Mr. Squidward. Shit, that's just reminded me of something. Hang on, where is it? Hang on, that wasn't loud enough.
Mr. Squidward, I should kick your fucking ass!
Sorry, that was just the first thing that came to my mind. I think this might be the same guy that tested the Switch port of Mortal Kombat 1.
So I figured I would just talk about it and offer my thoughts once and for all on all of this. Basically, we were streaming, and then I got notified by a phone call and some text messages that at a previous address that I have not lived at in quite some time, there was a very large police presence with SWAT teams. I don't know what you'd call them, but just regular officers in, you know, full TAC gear. Not.
So wait, someone attempted to SWAT like his old location? Jesus. Someone really fucking had it out for this guy, I guess. Or at least they tried. But still, that's fucking horrifying.
Quite SWAT, but TAC gear, wearing, you know, the bulletproof vests and charging into the house with
flashbacks. Yeah, I can tell. Although, to be honest, that person, the he who shall not be named, was dumb enough to just take one look at my fucking Twitter account and assume that I lived on fucking Hyperia. I will never be able to get over that. That will just live in my head for the rest of my fucking life. That apparently I was up against someone so unbelievably and unquestionably stupid that they just took one look at my Twitter account, saw Hyperia as my listed location, and assumed that that's where I fucking lived. That was also the day in which I learned that Hyperia is a location in fucking Canada, so yeah. Fun times. Good times.
assault rifles and stuff. Like I said, I have not lived there in quite some time, but they stormed the house and they were looking for me. And so I made some phone calls, and we established that, of course, I was not there, and there was an...
I haven't tried out Lethal Company. I gotten it gifted to me, but never got the chance to play it. Yeah. I'm thinking probably next stream, because I don't exactly have the most amount of time today, because I do have work a little bit later today, but probably tomorrow, if I remember to do so, or if I'm just feeling motivated enough to do so, I might get a couple of my friends who have Lethal Omen together, and, you know, we'll probably do some of that live on stream or something like that, because that sounds fun. It looks like a goofy game. Is Lethal Company free? Unfortunately not. It's like a... Fuck, what is it? Like, $9 or so? I can't remember. People who SWAT are the same people that would show an execution video unsolicited at school and would say, guess you're too soft for reacting like a normal person. True! You know, that description kind of reminds me of a certain shithead. A certain shithead that I discussed in my most recent video. Yeah. North knows what I'm talking about.
An innocent person sleeping after a long night of work, and they were basically ripped out of their bed and dragged out front of the house in handcuffs and things, when they've done absolutely nothing. They're not involved in any of this. They're just...
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. It's bad enough when, like, you know, a content creator or just, like, a big figure in general gets swatted, right? Like, it's bad enough when someone like that gets swatted, okay? In a way, they probably expect it to happen at some point, especially if it's, like, a repeating occurrence, okay? Obviously, if it's, like, the first time it happens, obviously, you wouldn't expect something like that to happen. At least not normally. But what makes it even worse is when someone, like, gets the address wrong, and just a complete random, like, person or a random family gets roped into something that they really shouldn't have been. Like, that's where, that's when it gets, like, really fucked up, in my personal opinion. When just, like, someone who isn't even related to whatever the fuck is happening just ends up getting hit for no reason.
Sleeping, but because this moron sent the SWAT to the wrong address, they involved yet another innocent party in all of this. But after speaking with the detectives over the phone, they, of course, needed to verify that all of this was true, because the person that called this thing in pretending to be me said all sorts of horrible things, claiming that I had done these, and that's why.
SWAT team member came into my house. I guess it's time to restore to self-defense. Jesus.
The police responded in the forceful way they did. But it culminated in the police then arriving at my current address, which I provided them, and taking me out into the driveway and having me kneel on the ground with 5 assault rifles aimed at my head while they patted me down and questioned me, and then charged into the house and questioned my wife and checked.
Hear ultra kill music? Well, yeah. Of course I threw in I mean, I would have thrown in, like, the original, like, you know, the fucking, the orchestra one with, like, the actual lyrics in it, but I don't know, I felt like that would mess things up a little too much. But yeah, I threw in Take Care into there, and I think also Gloria's in here as well. Trying to remember, what did I throw into here? Yeah, I have a few ultra kill tracks in here. You're gonna hear some of that stuff. Sounds like caretaker music. Well, I mean, funnily enough, this track is called Take Care, so there you go. There's your reference for today.
On my 2-year-old son and infant son who were home at the time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to back this up again because I feel like I missed something. Shit. I got too sidetracked with talking about music. Fuck.
And taking me out into the driveway and...
Hey, what's up, Sky? Just drop by. What are we doing? Well, apparently, covering a line of individuals who apparently got swatted over, during the past, like, couple weeks. That's mainly what we're covering right now. Potentially, we're going to be getting into Azul's most recent video, in which apparently a certain fuckwit, is apparently, you know, using another account to try and impersonate him, or, like, just stole his, like, profile picture for whatever fucking reason. I don't understand. It's weird.
Having me kneel on the ground with 5 assault rifles aimed at my head while they patted me down and questioned me, and then charged into the house and questioned my wife and checked on my 2-year-old son and infant son who were...
My fucking god. Again, it's bad enough when it's just like a notable figure or just like a content creator that gets swatted. It gets significantly worse when either A, it's like some random third party that has no idea what's going on, or B, if the person who got swatted in question has like children, or just like a family in general that also has just about as much of like a clue as to what is going on as like the main target himself. Like, Jesus. Nazis went marching into Wisconsin not too long ago. Might be worth taking a look into it. I don't know. Kind of seems a little bit too far for what I usually try to cover. I'll probably have to, like, take a look at it off stream and see if it's something worth covering on a live stream. I mean, mainly I just cover, like, really stupid fucking people, and sometimes they have some really, I guess, unhinged Nazi-esque rants every once in a while. But, I don't know. Just seems a tad too far, compared to what I usually try to cover, but whatever. Now, I don't really do much political content, although, unfortunately, sometimes some people that I end up covering end up going into some political garbage, and You know, sometimes I have to dispel some of that shit because they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Destroying some far-right losers in the past. Well, yeah, of course, but mainly because I already had some really stupid fucking takes that really doesn't require you to really be on any side of the political aisle. You just simply have to have a fucking brain to understand just how stupid they are. Like, for example, a certain gilded shithead that I talked about recently, who apparently thought that, you know, fucking Jack's Films should have just whipped out his fucking 12 gauge and shot Sniper Wolf the moment that she showed up at his front door for some reason. Yeah, I'm not fucking joking about that. Once again, North knows who I'm talking about, and North also knows just how fucked up the guy actually is, which I also showed off within that video. That sounds like a very normal, insane individual who can be trusted with guns. Well, I mean, funnily enough, he was also an individual who is continuing the trend of people who have flaccid takes about Elden Ring without ever having played Elden Ring, turning out to just be disgusting people. So, yeah.
Were home at the time who have now been involved in all of this. Basically just a nightmare. Just a nightmare. Now,
buddy, a nightmare would be an understatement. I couldn't imagine how it feels to be under that kind of stress, to be completely honest. I would have fucking lost it. I probably would have been gunned down because I would have made some errant action and they would think that I was like pulling out a fucking switchblade or some fucking garbage like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like I probably would fuck up somewhere and I would suddenly have a new hole through my head where there shouldn't be one. Like, I could only imagine, like, this kind of stress. Senile loop haters remind me of the guys who hate Starfield because of pronouns or something. I don't know if it was pronouns or because it has a woman in it. I think it was probably a mixture of both. I mean, one thing I will say about Starfield is that, like... I mean, in my opinion, Starfield is just kind of eh. Like, it's an okay game. It's not the best. Kind of not surprised I didn't get nominated for Game of the Year, to be completely honest. Like, it's an okay game. It's not the best. In my opinion, No Man's Sky is, in fact, better. In a lot of ways. Like, there's a lot of reasons that you can dislike Starfield, but disliking it because woman bad or pronouns bad is by far some of the dumbest. God forbid women and pronouns exist. True. If any of you are women or have pronouns, get the fuck out of my chat! Fuck off! I'm joking. Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! I will never get over the amount of thumbjacks that were created over that event. That was funny. Clipping that. Go right ahead. Have fun with that one.
no one got hurt, thank God. Very easily, though, somebody could have been hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, again. I mean, again, thankfully no one got hurt. Again, I could only imagine the amount of stress that he and his family were going through during this entire fucking ordeal. I could only imagine. Thankfully, no one did get hurt, but someone could have. He could have made one errant twitch, and he would not have lived to make this video. Remember when Keffels got swatted? That shit fucked up. God, that is some... How long ago did that happen? Was that... Listen, we already know, especially considering the fact that I thought that the fucking Tyler Barris incident was 2017 when it was actually 2019 that shit happened. As far as I know, the Keffels shit probably happened last year, and I think that it happened in 2020. Going against that unhinged website Kiwi Farms, yeah. Listen, okay, Kiwi Farms, like 4chan, has its rare W's, okay? Like, for example, when it comes to fucking Zarkalo. Like, if it weren't for Kiwi Farms, no one would know just how fucked up that guy was. But Kiwi Farms is in fact unhinged, and yeah, that definitely cannot be discounted. And that is also an extremely stupid reason to fucking, like, swat someone. I mean, you shouldn't be swatting people. You shouldn't resort to something like that. But it is by far one of the dumbest reasons to do so. Yeah, your last message about stress? Let me see that. One time I got so stressed I felt like I was going to vomit. My brother in Christ. When stress ends up getting to me, I just fully fucking break down. I fucking lose it, man. North, okay, you're one of the few based Kiwi farmers, okay? You're okay. Unhinged. Okay, fair enough. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Far right people still don't like... Well... Nah, I'm not gonna get into that with this video. That would be going too far. People will live stream the most diabolical shit known to man and nobody bats an eye, but I could play GTA and get slotted for being a woman! You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I managed to piss off somebody enough to the point where they would just actually try to find my fucking exact geolocation and try to send a fucking SWAT team after me. I mean, to be fair, according to some information provided by certain individuals, apparently a certain group of individuals that I'm planning on going up against here in the near future, apparently has an entire section dedicated to the many doxes of their many detractors. Am I scared that I could be one of those that are on the shit list? Not particularly. Could it happen? Yes. Am I at least partially worried? Maybe. Do I think they're gonna do anything? Fuck no. I definitely am. Well, fair enough. They sound fucking pathetic. Yeah, yeah, pathetic really sums him up very, very fucking well. Like, extraordinarily well. Like, you are right on the money.
Especially somebody who has no idea what swatting even is, who's just living their normal life, but are caught up in this because they happen to live at a house I used to live at. Like, it's mind-boggling. You know, we are in a timeline right now, thankfully, where nothing bad happened and everybody is okay, but we were close.
Yeah, again, I don't think it gets any closer to death than having, like, an entire SWAT team aiming, like, assault rifles right at your fucking head. People really just getting swatted for existing, like, didn't even do anything. I mean, pretty much that is, like, most cases of swatting. Just like, oh, I don't like this guy, therefore I'm gonna fucking attempt to murder him, but, you know, I'm not gonna do it myself, I'm gonna send the fucking, like, authorities after him, because apparently that's a good idea.
Very close to one decision being made differently or an itchy trigger finger.
Haven't people actually died from swatting? Yes, actually. Once again, like I mentioned before, the Tyler Barris incident that happened apparently in 2019 and not 2017 like I thought it did, where an innocent man ended up getting roped into an entire situation involving, you know, some petty Call of Duty garbage, and that innocent man ended up getting gunned down by the SWAT team. And apparently there was some other guy who had a heart attack due to the amount of stress induced by getting swatted. This guy likes raisin bread. I'm calling the SWAT team. Fuck.
Where my kids grow up without a father. Where that innocent man, unrelated to all of this, could have been injured or killed, God forbid.
All of that is very much a possibility, and it's fucking
person out there
terrifying.
thinking it's funny to call in a threat like this. It's mind-boggling. I cannot fathom the mental depravity that would make somebody think that not only is this entertaining, but that it's worth whatever entertainment value they get from it. Like, it's...
I mean, to be fair, it's probably either a case of someone being unbelievably fucking stupid, or someone being completely deranged that leads to people getting fucking swatted. Sometimes it's a mix of both, Sometimes it is a mix of both, but usually it's at least one or the other.
Just stunning to me that somebody would do this. And not just to me, like I'm a public-ish figure. I mean, I run a couple of YouTube channels that are relatively successful. I wouldn't call myself an e-celebrity or anything by that stretch of the imagination. I have...
Yep. The scariest part is that you really don't have to be like an e-celebrity or like anyone like massively notable for like someone to think that swatting you is a good idea. Once again, Tyler Barris incident. It was literally caused by two people who were pissed at each other over a game of fucking Call of Duty. And one of them decided to hit up some turbo loser to go and fucking like swat the other guy. But the guy ended up getting the wrong address. And that address got swatted, and an innocent man unrelated to all that shit ended up getting gunned down. So I heard it was Thanksgiving yesterday for Americans. Well, actually, it was the day before, I think. Yeah, the day before. What do you guys do on Thanksgiving? I mean, it just kind of depends. Pretty much, like, most of the time, yeah, it's mainly just, like, you know, big feast, if possible. I mean, mainly what I did was I just kind of went out with my boyfriend over to Golden Corral. That was a good time. That was a good time. Good times. Someone once threatened to dox me, so I decided to call his bluff, and then he asked for my IP address! Once again, I have to refer to he who shall not be named that took one look at my Twitter account and unironically believed that I lived in Hyperia. Hang on. That's Roblox. That's not Twitter. God, fuck Elon Musk for changing this shit. Yeah, I still have my location listed as Hyperia. But someone unironically thought that I lived in fucking Hyperia. And that was also the day in which I learned that Hyperia is a place in Canada, apparently. So, you know, I learned something that day. All because someone thought that they could scare me. People need to have their calls traced when this shit happens so people can be punished. I mean, true. I mean, thankfully, when it comes to, like, VPNs or something like that, at least from what I've heard, if, like, someone is, like, you know, doing illegal shit underneath a VPN, then, like, the VPN service can still be, like, contacted, and they still have to, like, you know, comply with, like, you know, government laws and shit like that, and actually, like, you know, alert authorities to, like, people doing illegal shit. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but if it is, then that's pretty based.
Have a community online. But at least, like, I am putting myself out there, so I understand that terrible things like this could happen. But to involve completely separate individual people who are innocent of all of this, haven't done anything online, or completely off the grid, to get them involved because you're too stupid to know where my actual address is.
God, this man... This man is just reminding me of that fucking idiot that thought that I lived in Hyperia. God! Anyway, I'm heading off. It's late for me. Alright, take care, Sky. Watch the VOD if there is one. Most of the time there usually is one. There has been VODs for pretty much all my streams, so you can probably catch up on it.
Is another level of just bedevilment. And beyond all of this, like, my kids were home.
I'm repeating myself a lot, but, like, yeah. His fucking family got roped into this shit. Like, the kids got roped into this shit. And that's just, like, fucked up. Again, something could have went completely wrong. Someone could have gotten severely hurt or fucking killed. Hell, it could have been entirely possible that the kids could have gotten fucking killed. And apparently we have unhinged fucking morons just existing out there in the fucking wild. Apparently think, oh, I'm just gonna call the fucking authorities and send a SWAT team towards somebody. Apparently thinking that that's a fucking good idea. This is the world that we fucking live in? If this... Might go now too. Alright. Take care, Val. Hopefully you feel better soon.
Like, my 2-year-old son, thankfully, is too young probably to remember any of this, but he had to hang out while a bunch of armed men stormed into our house with rifles drawn, clearing the place to make sure that there hadn't been a mass murder or something. And he's just confused, like, why are these men charging into our house and, like, screaming at each other and walking around with these big scary things? Again, thankfully he's not going to remember this, probably, but again, we are a couple of very small decisions away from an alternative timeline where this video is not being made, where I'm not here to talk about this, where some...
Yeah. Again, it's a scary thought that, like, again, this guy could not have... There could have been a possibility that this guy probably wouldn't have actually lived to be able to actually make this video and talk about this shit. But it's also an even scarier thought that, once again, there are people out there who are insane enough to still be doing this swatting garbage to this fucking day. Like, what the fuck? Alright, let's see here. I know, how far down is Azul's fucking video? We should probably get around to that. I'll watch the rest of the I got swatted thing, probably off stream or something. But yeah. There it is. It's only it's only 2 minutes long. So is there punishments that this live chat would show? True.
This is gonna be a quick little video. I'm just going over this comment.
Okay, I'm sorry, Azul. In case you come across this part, especially within the VOD, because I don't know if you're still watching. My god, that background noise. Not comfortable. Fuck. Also, yes, this is in regards to a certain fuckwit that, at this point, myself, Rince, and Azul have been dealing with for, I think, about 2 months at this point. And is still by far one of the fucking worst individuals I think we've ever covered. Whether it's like some kid who thinks that acting like this is funny or an extremely unhinged adult. Doesn't change the fact that this shit is fucked up.
This really annoyed me. He's fucking stole my profile picture. Like, that isn't his. That was mine. I was the one who made. It was based off a character I've made. I did an outline. I did the colours. Then I did other things to it, and then I got that. That isn't his. That is mine. That he had.
But yeah, this fucking. You know what? At this point, since we're still dealing with him, I'm gonna just cut off the rule of not calling this guy who shall not be named 2.0. Since it's very obvious that this guy isn't gonna be leaving us alone for at least a good little bit. But yeah, this is Floofer. Is it with people and being severely unhinged? At this point, I have absolutely no idea. Speaking of which, this fuckwit actually left a comment on... on the... Can you fuck off, YouTube? I don't care. But, like, on this one, Where I was making a more public announcement about the Fox Mafia shit, and me not being a part of any of that garbage. At least for a good 4 months. Apparently, this fuckwit, ended up leaving a comment. I am not going to his YouTube page because this man has a tendency of putting just uncensored feral porn as his as his fucking like YouTube banner, and YouTube apparently doesn't fucking do anything about it, so I'm not gonna take any chances with any of that. I am not joking with you. I'm not joking with you. You could literally ask Azul or Rince about this shit. I'm not fucking with you, buddy. But yeah, I left this comment here. For some reason, this is very funny to me. I really have no idea why he would find this funny. Yeah, I'm not fucking with you, Road Breach. I'm not fucking with you. That would also be funny, you behind cell bars. Get in trouble for showing his banner, but he can have it up. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Welcome to YouTube, everybody, where apparently people can just get away with doing that shit. Please yank out my battery now. Some random kid, huh? I can't help but notice, but I think you may have noticed that I have rarely responded to you, if at all. Desires your constant attempts to get my attention, and the reason is because you don't know what you're talking about. None of what the fuck was just said here made any sense, or was even a coherent fucking sentence. What was any of that? What fucking... What... I feel like I had a stroke. I feel like I had a fucking stroke. It tells me it's not that, but rather you have no good arguments for what you like. I mean, this man doesn't have any good fucking arguments because he can't form a coherent sentence worth a damn. Good now, Mr. Sanity Moments. Hey, what's up, Neil? Well, thanks to him, I'm going to sign a DNR so I can die peacefully! Sounds like cheater Oh, my fucking chat is killing me. Have you not been paying attention? Do you not have an argument? And this is from 5 days ago, so it's very obvious that no, he did not have an argument. Not like he really had one to begin with. This man is very fucking stupid and unbelievably disgusting. Once again, regardless of whether or not he's like some kid that's apparently thinking that role-playing as a unhinged predator, zoophile, and necrophile is apparently a funny haha troll, or if it's a grown man who is unironically into all that shit, it doesn't change the fact that it's fucking disgusting. So, yeah. Scar's gonna make roadkill. But yeah, and of course there's this video from 2 weeks ago in which I made a nice little, appearance.
Today's video is going to be different to any of my other videos. In one of my community posts a few days ago, I said I wanted to do a community-based video where I got everyone's opinions on Pluva. And
don't mention roadkill around that degenerate.
True! Doing this, because Pluva said that I was biased.
Sanity, when will you lethal your company?
I just want to prove to him.
I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something like that.
Just me
I did mention earlier, I do have work a little bit later today, so the stream will in fact be a little bit short.
My mic sounds a bit weird. My normal headphones, they broke. And I'm not going to be talking for the rest of this video. I'm going to use a text-to-speech so it doesn't sound like it's my words when it's someone else's. And also, shout out to the people who did send in their comments and stuff. I even gotten a couple of like audio submissions for this from, well, I'll show them later. So big thank you to everyone who took part in this.
I think this guy is a monster. He doesn't really
yeah,
have
this is just some more information on this
I don't
fuckwit
think
here,
anything he's ever said has ever
for
been
those of
true
you
when put
who
under an ounce of scrutiny.
I guess can't
He is
really
a
be
monster,
asked to like
and
watch
everything
any of the
he's
videos
ever
that I
said
made about this
publicly has
shit,
turned out to be
or any of the
a lie.
videos that were made by
He's
Azul
not
or
him.
Renz.
He's not 14, and he's probably not 22 either. His name probably isn't even Alex. I don't think he can feel emotion for others, and thus he will never feel compassion or love in his life. That's because being a monster is in his nature. This guy is going to keep up until he stops getting attention, and will never stop being an abuser. My
Which is
opinion,
unfortunate.
I don't believe he will change. He has shown clear examples that he does not
Oh,
care
hey,
about
Gruesome,
what
there
harm
you
his
are.
actions bring. Every time I hear something new about him, it manages to get worse. He believes he's in the right because it brings him
Look,
happiness
Mom, on
regardless of who he
TV!
hurts. He will never...
Barely hear Azul. I bet he's a good guy, but he should raise volume on his commentary. Yeah. I mean, in my personal opinion, yeah, Azul should probably, like, maybe get a little bit of a better microphone and speak up a little bit. But, yeah, pretty much he's an overall pretty good guy. He's just quiet, that's really about it.
Never willingly turn himself in, and we will have to sit on edge and worry about if his victims' ages will become smaller. My opinion is that Foofer is the meaning of degenerosity, and people like him were somehow fucked up from the very beginning, and there's basically nothing we can do to save them. They all need to go into the padded room with a straitjacket so nobody can get hurt in any way. My personal opinion, though very unlikely, I believe Foofer can change.
I'm sorry, but whoever this is, way too hopeful. Way too fucking hopeful.
Just watch Apologetics Roadshow's testimony. Though I hope he does change, it unfortunately might not be the case. People who commit crimes of this degree very rarely do. My opinion is that you...
Okay, and you are getting fucking silenced. Get lost.
You are cool, and Foofer is beyond disgusting. I can just say that he is one of the most ridiculous people I've ever met, along with Aletsky. I made mod in a friend server. It basically has furries, anti-furs and non-furs. I found Foofer in a serious text channel, and I tried to research them up to maybe report them, and then I found you, and that's where it leads today. My opinion on Foofer is that they...
Yeah, unfortunately, this guy is very likely, this, fuckwit in question. Thankfully, I've now hidden him, so we won't have to fucking worry about him.
They need to get help and shit. Cause ain't no way LMAO. Crazy ass bitch I'm a LMAO. Honestly, I don't give a shit about him anymore. And Foofer, if you're reading this, you want some advice on how to be a better person? Go fuck yourself.
I mean, that's just pretty honest right there. Want some advice on how to be a better person? Get the fuck out of here! At this point, he's already just beyond fucking redemption. There's no saving someone like that. Go fuck yourself with the AI voice got me. Deadpan delivery of the bot added to the hilarity of the comment. True. Go fuck yourself.
Turn yourself and everybody will be happy now. Stop being a scrady ass little pussy and do the right thing for once, because you're saying how much you wanna change. The door's open, but you just keep putting your foot in and stepping back. Nobody cares about you. Nobody likes you. The only thing anyone cares about is if you do the right thing.
God damn it, now that you idiots have pointed it out, I can't fucking unhear it. God, it's...
Or if it hurts. Think about your victims. Or don't, because you can't process what others feel. Only yourself, you selfish piece of shit. Go. Get out. We don't want you here. Nobody does. If you want to apologize, turn yourself in. We're going to keep repeating it over and over.
Alright, so Azul
Alright,
has the
here's
first
Rinse.
clip, and for some reason Discord's being lame and not letting me send voice messages. So here we go. Floofer is one of the most disgusting, actually no, not even one of the most disgusting,
Selfish piece of
repetitive,
this deadpan.
awful people I've ever met in my fucking life. I've met a lot of horrible people, but this guy is tops. Number one, I really couldn't think of a worser outcome for a human being, and he needs to be locked up straight away. And I do have a big video planned on him, but like hopefully we can get him locked up before that. And if we can, then I'll make a documentary on him, kind of, or like a little mini documentary or whatever, or like a video just like talking about the whole situation, something like that. But my opinions on Floofer are absolute fucking awful person. I don't think there's even a word that's enough to describe this piece of shit. Okay? And the amount of manipulating mind games and backpedaling he does is...
Yeah. Again, if you guys have seen the final interview video against this guy, Rince and I absolutely fucking lost it. It was one of the few times, I will say this, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It was one of the few times in which I got genuinely fucking pissed off at something. What's worse is Floofer has less emotion. True.
It's fucking insane. And I'm not even going to get into all the shit that he
Sounds
said
like an
to,
AI humping a cheese grater.
my friends like you, Azul, and shit that he said, shit that he's done in voice calls. It's all disgusting, and we need him locked up. Anyways, that's it for the voice clip. I guess you could just trim whatever parts out. But yeah, all right.
How's it going?
Hey,
it's
me.
Sanity here. So you've probably heard my name around, especially if you've been following along with this entire Floofer situation, or whatever the hell this person is going by now. And, of course, that's mainly because, well, I ended up picking up this situation because of a friend of mine, and ended up getting roped into it after this individual started to take notice of me. I mainly made the video because I genuinely hate people like this, and they genuinely disgust me beyond words. And I feel like just genuinely spreading awareness, just on the off chance that any individuals who are watching my channel end up coming across these disturbing individuals.
We're
Now,
both
here's the
on
thing, I
TV.
anticipated that this idiot would end up coming back. After all, they usually come back, like they're fucking William goddamn Afton. But of course, I didn't expect it to genuinely be so soon. And of course, if, you know, Floofer is watching this on his new account, maybe you should have just stuck to your word and kindly fucked off, but that would be asking for too much now, wouldn't it? To give my overall thoughts on Floofer as a person, he is genuinely despicable, genuinely disgusting, disturbing beyond words, and in all honesty, I am almost willing to state that he's probably one of the most disgusting individuals that I think I've ever covered in quite some fucking time. I cover a lot of insane people, to put it very simply, ranging from just genuinely stupid to downright fucking criminal. But hey, what are you gonna do? I guess that's just how the
Set the
commentary scene ends
Floofer
up
of
working, isn't it?
87.
But yeah, I'll just hand it off to whoever else.
I
has
feel like I
decided to
made a
join into this
mistake doing the
madness
FNAF
of,
reference
you
in
know,
there, but
giving your
whatever.
own thoughts about this fucko.
It was the first thing
And,
that came to
yeah.
my mind while I was
Anyways,
recording
be sure
that.
to check me out.
Okay, so those are all the takes that I have for now.
Like I said in the original video, I agree with your William Afton comic, yeah. The thing is that I've been, like, observing these kinds of people and dealing with these kinds of people, like, usually either from, like, the sidelines every once in a while, and sometimes, I guess, in certain circumstances, ending up getting directly involved. It's always the same cycle, okay? They'll say they're going to do something when they're thoroughly called out. They're going to say, oh, I'm gonna take a break, oh, I'm gonna do this, oh, I'm gonna do that. And what do you fucking know? They come back within the month, and it's the same shit all over again, like it's fucking Rain World. The cycle continues. It's unfortunate, but it's something that's become so fucking expected at this point that's just genuinely annoying. And it really shouldn't be. These kinds of people should just fuck off. They should just get lost. They should go out to the pier and see if they can swim, you know? Like, it's just... It's really all I have to say. It's very annoying, but it's something that has become expected, but it really shouldn't be. Luckily, he who shall not be named hasn't done anything for the longest time. Well, I mean, considering that he did have alt accounts, it could only be a matter of time before he suddenly resurfaces and starts pulling similar shit with somebody else. If that does happen, don't worry. Myself, as well as probably anybody else that's covered that idiot, are going to be right there at the front lines. Okay, but what if they can swim? Well, then we will have learned.
Obviously, like, there were some people didn't give their opinion, which I mean, totally fair. Or they just didn't see my post, maybe, I don't know. But if anyone else has...
I'll jump in and hold them down. Good one. Concrete shoes. Let's see here. But I genuinely do find it funny that, like, I think I literally made a fucking stream here, yeah, 3 weeks ago, End of a Terror. What happened the next day after I fucking did that stream? What do you fucking know? The idiot comes back with a brand new name and goes right back on his bullshit. The moment that you think it's over, Sisyphean task activated. Who the fuck has pinged me? Leave me alone. My brother in Christ. Stop. If they can swim, then throw the toaster in the water. But yeah, overall, been just a fucking wild past, like, few weeks, to be completely honest. This will hurt! Yeah, overall, so far been just an absolutely wild couple of weeks. Been a wild couple of months, I will say. A lot of things I genuinely didn't expect to be happening over these past few months. I will, in fact, state that. But, overall, just kind of disappointing, the current state of things, I guess. People going around and thinking that swatting people is apparently a funny idea. A fucking terror that I genuinely thought we got rid of apparently has decided to return, completely going against whatever the fuck he was going to do originally. Overall, just been a scary couple weeks, but at this point, should probably just start expecting some of the dumbest shit to start happening. But, I guess for now, we'll call it a wrap. So that will be it for today's stream. I know, a little bit shorter than usual, but like I said, don't expect it to be too incredibly long, considering that, once again, I do have work later today. Sure, I don't have to, like, head in until, like, another couple hours, but hey, having a couple of hours of free time is, you know, not something I'm going to complain about. But, yeah. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. I know it was a little bit of an unorganized stream compared to what I usually do, but I didn't really go in with a plan today. I just had a general idea as to what I was going to cover, and, well, this is where we ended up with. I was about to suggest a video of mine. Maybe we'll check it out tomorrow. We'll probably check it out tomorrow or so. You'll probably check it out tomorrow as a starting palette cleanser before getting into whatever the hell I think of getting into tomorrow. But yeah. Once again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know it was a little bit shorter than usual, but I do have work. Sure, it's in a couple of hours, but hey, having a little bit of free time is not something I'm going to complain about too much. And, yeah, a little bit unorganized, but just had a general idea as to what I was going to be covering today, as per usual, and yeah. Alright, sounds good. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys. And I will be seeing you, I guess, whenever I end up seeing you guys next time. Take care, everybody.